All right, all right. Well, guys, you know, I usually cover small engine stuff, and I still do. I'm getting back into the swing of things, and I had just moved into this house, and I thought this was kind of interesting. You can see up here, you know, it's a fairly nice house, and there's been a lot of critters around here, and like under the shed here, I've got a possum under there. There's a bunch of little squirrels out here, and I can hear them, you know, run across the roof, you know, back and forth from that tree, and they scurry around. It's pretty cool. But man, at night and in the mornings, I kept hearing mice and rats, you know, scurrying inside the attic, and sometimes it's just right over my bed, you know, and I'm sitting there listening to this, and you know, somewhere around in the garage, in the kitchen, you know, up in the attic, and I hear them scurrying around, and it was bugging the crap out of me, right? So I spent a long time trying to catch them, you know, but, well, let me show you what I did and what ended up working. So up here in the attic, that's where I was hearing all the mice, and I had multiple traps out here. You can see that one here. It's kind of a modern one, and I'll show you what I ended up doing with that. But you can see over here that little one, just the classic little mouse trap, and I've got a rat trap under there. There's one that popped up, but no mouse. I had one up there, and then there's one right over here, one over here. I mean, I had a total of about, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's one up there, 8, and then I have 3 outside, and I'll show you why. But at least up here, I mean, it was just one by one, very slow. And you can see I have my game camera here, and I set it up so I can see them scurrying around and what time they're moving and all that good stuff. And it was taking forever, because even after all these traps were here, I'd only get maybe one at a time, right? It's not like they all came up here and started popping traps, but you can see I did get one right there. And this was going on for months, and I'd wake up in the morning, I would hear them scurrying around up in the attic and on the other side of the house, right above my bed. You know, I was like, dang it, it was starting to piss me off. It was taking months to get this, to get all these mice and rats or whatever out of here. But I finally found out how they're coming in and out of the house. That was the trick. This camera was really pretty neat because it gave me the chance I could, you know, snap some photos and plus take a little short video, and I can see where they're scooting around, right? But let me show you what I did outside. Yeah, so you can see I found out, you can see all the insulation there where they were digging through, and that's where the mice were getting up and travel up into the attic, right? So I tried different traps. There's one that let off but didn't get anything. I tried these, the new ones that you set it, and if they come on either side, it'll snap them. But the trick is stuck that in there. And I set it. So whenever they try to come outside out of the attic, I'll catch them. And one by one, you can see there's one right there. A big one. The last two have been very big, but this is number 10. But that's my little trick. Yeah, so this mouse or rat, wherever you want to call it, is number 11 that I've caught. And the last three, number 9, number 10, and number 11, have been the biggest out of them all. You know, I guess it's they were the smartest and hardest to trap, but finally figured out how to really get them. You know what I mean? So you can see this is this is a large rat trap, right? And I had about 3 of these, and the rest were the small ones. And I was catching some of them that were, you know, pretty small, and that did fine. And I tried some of this, never really did anything. Yeah, I don't know, they just sat there. I mean, there was nothing there. I just started this too. Now I don't know if it really helped any, because I just started to use this right at the end, right when I was getting number 9, 10, and 11. But it wasn't from this. It was through that other trap. And I'll show you. But it's supposed to attract them and all that good stuff, right? Attraction gel is supposed to be better than cheese and all that stuff. But that's another thing. I tried everything. I tried bacon, I've tried cheese, peanut butter, and it was just random. Like I said, it's not like they were all, you know, ganging up on all this food and setting off traps. It was just every once in a while, it would, you know, once a week or so, I'd catch one, right? And then I decided to use some, I still had some with cheese on it, and I used some chunks off of a pecan pie, and maybe it's the sugars and all that stuff, and they could really smell it and pop. I mean, I got them right away that night. I think I got a couple of them, but that black modern looking trap, that has done the best. I have to say it. Once I found out where they are coming into the house and getting into the attic, it was, I stuck that trap in the way, so if they're coming in or out, they're going to have to go through that trap, right? And sure enough, I mean, just as soon as I put it out there, just about every night, you know, I'd come out here in the morning and poof, I got one. And one of them was so big, it only got his snout. And when I yanked it out, I thought it was dead. When I yanked the whole thing out, he, you know, yelled and screamed, "Ah, shit!" And I dropped the trap, and he ran off. And he was a huge one. And then the next two were like this one here. They were pretty big. So that's 11 so far. But I guess that's the trick. You gotta have the right trap and put it in the right place. And I found where they were coming in and out, and I put that trap so that they'd have no choice. If they want to come out, they're, you know, and you can see through it, right? You can see from one end to the other, so they were just going to crawl right through it, and bam. So I don't even have any food or anything in it. It's just a rite of passage, so to speak. They have to pass through it. But thought I'd share that with you. If you're having trouble with mice or whatever in your attic, don't just poison them, because I hate letting poison out and have it kill everything, you know. Now I want the mice and rats specifically. You know, I have other wildlife out here that I'd rather not poison. you know, squirrels and even a possum, and you know. But anyway, so I guess that is about it. I just thought I'd share that with you, and I guess that's it. So as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and watch my next video.